A warm welcome to all my friends out there. I'm back with one more set of video regarding latest update on IELTS test format change. Okay, so this video is going to be a very important and a lifesaver, game changer, I would say, for many of the IELTS test takers who are struggling to get their band scores. Maybe they are failing in one or the other modules of the test and they are forced to take the test multiple times. Still, they are not finding success in it. So this video is all about the new feature which is going to be introduced by IELTS probably in 2023 Jan or Feb. We should expect in that time period. Currently, rigorous surveys are going on. Many of the IELTS test takers, like multiple test takers like me, are getting a frequent pop-ups, getting an mail from IELTS team saying that you'll have to participate in a survey and give your views like that. I'll take you all the type of questions what they are asking and what we can expect from the new type of test format is what I'm going to tell you in brief in this video. So please do stay with me till the end and don't forget to hit like, share and subscribe my videos if they are giving you good content and getting it very useful for your upcoming tests. Let's get started. So the topic for today is that there's a IELTS research going on, survey on a potential new product from IDP. So I'll just tell you the background about it. Okay, you might be knowing from my previous videos that I have taken multiple times, 4 times IELTS test to get my desired band scores, and majority of the people will not be having that kind of patience, and they'll not be willing to take the test again. Rather than that, they will be willing to go and take some other test which seems to be much easier compared to IELTS IDP. So people have understood this and they are seeing the trends about number of people, number of test takers are being reduced by thinking that rather than going for IDP, we can go for some other tests like PT or CELP, which are believed to be less harder than IDP because of its soul and whole test format. So people have understood it and they are coming up with the much needed reform in this test format. So let's get started. So see, this kind of emails you will get if you are a frequent test taker. See over here, I've got a mail from Damian Collins. So he's saying, "Dear Srinath, thank you for recently sitting IELTS with IDP. We would like to invite you to participate in a very short survey, approximately 2 minutes, as a part of a research project we are conducting. So we are researching test taker interest in a potential new IELTS product, and we would be greatly appreciative if you can spare 2 minutes to provide us your feedback on the idea. So please note your participation in this research is voluntary and entirely confidential." So this is the link for the survey. I have already out of curiosity gone inside and participated in the survey and it is not letting me go inside again. So whatever the points were there, I have just made a note of it and I am putting up for your reference in the PPT so that you can also understand what kind of new product what we are looking at. Okay. So the contents of the survey, first thing was that which they'll ask you is that how was your experience with the format of the test. So what they're trying to understand the mentality of the test takers, whether they are willing to go and take the test again. So here I will tell you, as they are conducting a survey, it is our moral responsibility to make sure that put our unhappiness right in front of them and tell them that what you don't like about IDP so that they can consider it in their next reform. So please don't play goody goody and IELTS आपको अगर मैं बुरा बोला तो आप मेरा जीना हराम कर दोगे, ऐसा वाला सब नहीं सोचने का है. और we will have to take it up very seriously and say the bitter truth about IELTS, and for which, because of which many students lives are getting miserable. So this has to be kept in mind, and when you are answering the questions, please keep this in mind so that if you have achieved your desired band scores also, but others who are going to take the test, their lives can be made easier. Okay, how was your experience with the format of the test? I wrote I was completely unhappy. I feel that IELTS do not trust its scoring system. So once they have, for in my example, I've taken tests in 4 times. First time I got 8.5 in listening, reading I got 7.5, writing I got 6.5, and speaking I got 8. So see, my area of weakness was writing. I got 6.5. I took a second attempt. In that again my listening came to be 8.5. My writing was again stuck at 6.5. My reading was at 8, and my speaking altogether, it was good. In my first attempt I had scored 8, but now I have scored 6.5. So in an attempt to get better results in one format of the test, given the format of the test, I'll have to take all the 4 modules again. So that's a very hard thing to do. So in my third attempt, I again appeared for the test, and I worked on my weak areas in speaking as well as writing. But even though I got all the other three segments, I got 7. But in listening, I lost 0.5 marks and I ended up getting 7.5. See how miserable this test is. If their scoring patterns or if their format of assessing the English knowledge of any candidate is perfect, they should be hitting the same results every time. So what I feel is that once English cannot be changed in a day's time or in a week's time, right? It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of hard work to change your English. And suddenly, once they are declaring your score as 8, but in your next attempt they are giving you a 6.5. This is complete bullshit. I don't agree with this kind of test methodology. So, in my fourth attempt, by God's grace, I was able to get 8,777, my desired band score. But the format of the test, I have no comments. It is completely bullshit. I have written like that only. So if IDP decides to bring a new product, will you be interested? I said, damn yes, I am willing to look at the new product what you are going to bring at, and if it is going to make my life easier, definitely I'll be interested in it, right? So if you're a multiple test taker, would you mind taking the test again? So here is the crisp. Okay, you please never ever give the answer saying yes. It means that they will be in a comfort zone saying that yes, jaan do, agar people are failing repeatedly, still they are willing to take the IELTS exam again. So that's not the case, right? So I have written, if you're a multiple test taker, I will not be going to take the test again, and I will be opting for some other kind of test other than IELTS. I'll be going for PTE or I'll go for self-peep, like that. So is your score less than 60 days old? So you can get the idea what they are coming at. If your previous test score is 60 days old, so then they are referring something for their new format. Means they will be allowing you to appear for single module maybe. Okay, this is the crisp. I am coming to it. So the main thing is that your test results should be less than 60 days old. That is 2 months old. Okay, if IDP gives you an option to reappear for a single module of the test, would you be interested? So here is the change what we are anticipating. Double like प्रेस करो, डबल टाइम यस प्रेस करो. मेरे हिसाब से तो भाई ये तो चाहिए था हम लोगों को कि एक मॉड्यूल की वजह से हमारी ज़िंदगी बर्बाद हो गई है. एंड yes, this is what we were hoping to get. So if we get an option to reappear for the single module of the test, yes, definitely I'll be taking. What's your opinion regarding the IELTS test structure and marking format? So as I indicated before, I said that your marking format is bullshit. And if you are assessing a person 8 one time, then you have no moral authority to score him down in his second attempt. It may be just his bad day. So I don't agree with their test structure and marking format. So I've written like that. If you do not achieve your desired band scores, would you mind appearing for the test again? So what they are trying to say, that I've told that I'll not be appearing for IELTS again, provided if they are not providing any relief to the test takers, I'm not going to appear for the IELTS, but I'm going to opt for some other test. Like that I've written. उनको उकसाओ सालों को. Are you willing to pay 10,000 for single module test? See, this is the crisp. Actually, we pay approximately in India 15,500, 15.5k for one test, right? So what they are asking is that will you be willing to pay 10,000 for a single module retake? Huh? Or you will appear for a full module test by paying the actual amount of the indicated in the website. So what he's trying to say, for single module they'll be charging 10,000, but for all the 4 modules, if you're appearing for the test again, then you'll have to pay 15.5. Which one is better? Logical sense, second one is better, but we know the pain behind it, how much of a struggle we go through in order to score good bands in IELTS. So paying 10,000 is not at all a issue for us. So I have written that I will be willing to pay 10,000 for a single module test, and I will be appearing again. So the answer should be, your answering strategy should be, if you are a multiple test taker, definitely you will get this IELTS research mail, and many of my friends have received it. So majority of them have taken multiple test takers, like 2 times, 3 times test takers. Make the IDP believe that people are losing interest in the regular test considering the highest rejection levels. What is this? My English is okay and I do not deserve to get 6.5 every time, right? So you should get frustrated, and people will certainly throw this test out if they are not providing any major reforms in it. So make them believe that people are losing interest and losing the patience out of this test. Prompt that you are willing to opt different testing body rather than IELTS. मैंने पहले कहा ना, तो you say that I am willing to go for self-peep or I am willing to go for PTE rather than IELTS, where the test is believed to be much simpler compared to IELTS. I really don't know because I have not attempted it. Okay, indicate that you are willing to pay 75% of the full test cost. That it should not be an issue for us because they are making our life easier. So 75% of the actual test amount, if you are paying for a single module, shouldn't make really any difference considering the benefits out of it. So indicate that 60 days of time for reappearing a single module test is justifiable. Yes, see, मैंने अभी what happens if you are prepared well for your examination and you get in any of the one module, say in writing you'll get 6.5 and you need 0.5 score in that, and no one will wait for 1 year in order to appear for again, because if they are providing a single module retake, you will work on that particular module for a month, say, and you will be reappearing because you do not want to go and study the entire test format again, right? So people find it very justifiable enough if the tests are conducted within 60 days, so that's completely okay. So this was the major reform what we are having look at it, and definitely in Jan or Feb you will get this announcement saying that the single module retake is operational, and many of the people will get benefited out of it. And if we would have got this opportunity 1 year, 1.5 year back, then definitely our lives would have been much better, trust me. So if you are a test taker, just keep this in mind that God has listened to your prayers, and definitely this thing is coming up, and people are understanding the severity or the frustration levels from the test takers, and they are certainly looking at reforming their test procedures. So hope for the best, and I strongly believe that may all the good things come in your way when you are taking the examination and you hit your desired band scores in first attempt itself. And if you are a multiple time test taker, then in your current attempt you will be definitely getting your desired band scores. Hope to see you soon. I'll be coming back with one more set of video regarding any of the IELTS modules which I feel that people are thriving for it, and there are very less contents available in YouTube, and definitely आपका भाई तो आपके पास है ही आपके सपोर्ट के लिए, और प्लीज़ हमको मत बोलना कि प्लीज़ लाइक शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना, so that these contents reach maximum people out there who are in the need of it. Thank you very much. See you with one more video. Bye bye. Have a safe day.